Before we get started with the show, I'd like to thank our sponsors. Our first sponsor is Atmos Planning, financial planners turning visionaries into meaningful millionaires. Our second sponsor of the day is Planet Duct. Reach out to them for any of your air duct cleaning needs. Now, let's get on with the show. Welcome back to the COS Business Podcast, the #1 podcast in Colorado Springs. My name is Andrew Hasley, and I am the host. Today, I'm sitting here with Beata Seweryn-Reid, right? Did I say it right? Or close
Andrew,
enough?
You got it perfectly.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. So can you explain a little bit what you do and what your business is, essentially?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me here, first of all. So I empower people and businesses through change and transition. We focus their thinking on their strengths and their ability to meet challenges successfully. So I call myself a mindset mentor because it's what we most of the time work around. I'm also fascinated about leadership and life, so life and leadership coach. And I'm a speaker, which is another passion, so transformational speaker.
Okay,
well.
Sweet. Well, I can't wait to get more into that in this episode, but first we're going to roll our intro music and then we'll get started. This is a show where we have real conversations with entrepreneurs and business owners who are mostly in Colorado Springs doing things in the community of Colorado Springs. Yeah. So what got you into that? What was the first steps that really took you on this journey of coaching, of speaking, and all that stuff?
Absolutely great question. So for everyone who is wondering, where is this accent from?
Yes.
So I have to.
You have an accent?
Yeah, that's right. Do I? Yeah. Well, why I'm pointing it out because it's where it started. I came from Poland, so I'm originally from Poland. Came to U.S. My goodness, 10 years ago, and even if I visited U.S. before really starting living here, it's my life now. I had challenges in life, in business. I was working in hospitality in a middle management position for a long time, and it was the time also where I was like, oh my gosh, I used to love it, but it's not what is fulfilling me anymore. Fascinated with leadership, so many, things that I would like to improve, but sometimes you have no power there because you are just in the middle. So I decided that it's time to take my own life in my own hands, and I actually reached out to coach. I had also personal challenges. I was just, you would think that Europe and US, it's the same. Like we think the same. We kind of live, but it was not.
Okay.
I really had to kind of start from the basic, become a baby and adjust.
Yeah.
So the adjusting to this change, to this huge transition that I was going through was challenging. So I was like, okay, I am doing all this stuff and I'm receiving the same results. I'm not happy where I am. I need someone else. Sometimes it's hard to see from the inside of the box.
Yeah.
That's why you need someone else's view. And I hired a coach. I fall in love with coaching, and I was like, oh goodness, it's what I want to do for others. And when you are ready, the people are ready for you as well. So I started to have this. At that time, it was a lot of women coming to me and it's like, oh my gosh, you changed. Did you change your hair? Did you change your makeup? Something is different about you. And I was like, oh, I like it. But I did not do anything in the physical appearance. It was me.
The energy.
The energy, that my perception. I was more happy and excited about life. And it's when I decided that it's what I'm going to do. I'm going to help people to start living on their own terms. And it was, like I said before, with women at that time. And I was growing. I was educating myself. I love self-development. So I'm investing constantly in myself. And my business was growing with me. And first, I was like this, the little baby, like I said. So I did couple steps, still working full time in hospitality because like, oh my gosh, I have this crazy accent. Some people might not understand me. Who would really hire me? So I was stopping
a lot
myself.
of those insecurities.
Exactly. So I still had to overcome them. And one day, I think we all have this one day when we say now or never. So I stepped fully into business, and it was 2015 or 16, and new struggles came.
Yes.
So I just had to hire new coaches, but I never looked back, and I never regretted that I decided to step out of my insecurities and walk into my fears and, to be honest, really make them my strengths.
For sure, yeah.
So it's how my business started. And like I said, I was growing with my business. So I started with life coaching. Then when I became an entrepreneur, I saw what we are dealing with, what are the challenges. And I noticed that a lot of us, it's not about the outside circumstances or the resources that we think that we believe we don't have. It starts with in our mind and the stories that we are telling ourselves why I can't, where, really
and those stories, we really feel like when you're telling yourself those stories, you believe them, like no one has ever done this before where I've come from or grown up at, and so you get these stories that are stuck inside your head because of culture programmed them into your head, and then coaching can really help expand that and change your mindset about that, I think, a lot. Is that what happened for you?
Absolutely. Without that, everything. I'm a thinker. I think, I call my mind monkey mind.
Okay.
It's like never 24/7,
same.
always, busy. And there's never like a time to like distance myself from it was in the past. There was no distance or break to distance my thoughts from life. And overthinking and overwhelm. It's where all starts. And it's based on my own experience. I saw what other people are going through, and it's what I'm helping them with.
Yeah.
And a lot of because most of my clients right now are the new entrepreneurs, so the ones that are taking these steps, that change, and why I talk so much about change, because we are so scared about change. This is a lot of the unknown. We are so not familiar with what is on the other side, but how you will know if you will never go on the other side? And that's why I'm helping them to take this next step. I don't call it the plan, because it depends where they are, and we always focus on the next step, and the next step is where we are starting planning. Okay,
so when you say you don't focus on the plan, what do you mean? Like a package? You don't have like a specific package?
Oh yeah, I do have a package, yes, but I probably didn't say it.
No, you're fine.
But we do have a plan, but sometimes they come with their own plan. But what I'm trying to say to them, look, your plan didn't work up until now, so let's start with something new. Because
For sure.
do you know the definition of insanity? Yeah,
doing
the same stuff over and over and expecting different results.
For sure.
Very often what I deal with, that we are so stubborn, and sometimes I like this word stubborn, because I call myself stubborn Polish, but in a good way, like I don't give up.
Yeah, but, resilient.
But sometimes I used to be stubborn in this bad way.
In the wrong way, yeah.
Right, like, no, I think it's what I'm doing is right, but I did not get the right results. So there is the challenge about the change, that we got stuck in our own heads, telling ourselves stories that are not working, but we are still in this loop and repeating the same stuff over and over.
For sure. So I've had a friend. He's French, and he's afraid to talk to people on the phone. He runs a business, and he's afraid to do videos and stuff like that, because he's afraid how people will not understand him, or think that he's or not even give him the respect that he is because his English isn't his first language. So I know this could probably help a lot of people out in his situation. How did you get over that? How did you get over that fear of, like, you know, maybe people won't understand you, or, you know, because you're a speaker. That means you go on stage and you speak.
Right. Yeah, that first of all, you need to connect me with that person.
Yeah, for sure. He's up in Denver.
Oh my gosh, yes. This was one of my biggest challenges when I started working on my own. It was what was stopping me, the story that my language is not enough to teach other or help them to overcome their own issues. And what I had to do, the best way to overcome challenges or your fear is to face it. First of all, I hired a coach. I didn't do it on my own because doing it on my own was not working. And actually, we put up the plan. But what is important, maybe let's go here. What he's really afraid is not the language and that people are not gonna understand him. There is some deeper belief that that is telling him that is not good enough for that. And in my case, we had to go really deep, even into my childhood, where, you know, I'm not the type of coach who is, you know, swimming in the past for too long, because I don't believe that coaching is about, you know, digging in the past like the therapist is. We are visiting the past to see what is stopping you, why you are stuck, and very often the reasons are there because maybe someone at the school, maybe your teacher, maybe one of your, I don't know, grandparents said the word that is stuck in you, and now you are associate that sentence or the word with the language. And it was about me. When I was, can I say that kind of part of the story why I was feeling not enough for speaking English? Do. So when I was 7 years old, I had a car accident, traumatic brain injury, and I woke up in the hospital. And I heard the conversation between my mom and the doctors. And basically what they were saying that there is not much chance for your daughter to achieve anything in her life. You need to be very easy on her. And if she finishes, I was in the second or third grade. So they said if she finishes the grade that she is in right now, it's the success. Who knows what? So there was like unknown. That's why I'm so good with unknown. I was living day to day, basically not knowing what is next. But besides what they were saying, it was what I was hearing. I heard that I'm not enough, that I will never measure up to my peers, that I won't achieve, my dreams won't matter because I'm not enough. These words, I'm not enough, 3 words are so powerful. So very often we experience something in the past, and it doesn't need to be during your childhood, but somewhere on the way. For sure. That maybe we loved some kind of job we were in and we loved it and we didn't get promoted, and people said something, the boss said, and we said, oh, well, I was not enough. And we don't even realize that these 3 words are sitting in our unconscious mind and waiting basically until you face them. It's your fear. You have to face it. And the best way to face your fears is acting on them. So what was for me, I was afraid to speak English. I wasn't afraid to speak English, but I was afraid of the judgment. Yes. And when I started doing podcasts, oh my gosh, what they gonna say about me? They gonna put these comments. And that you mentioned Thomas Waterman, that we are friends. He encouraged me actually to start my live show 2 years ago. He said, well, you are afraid doing that, it means that you have to do it. He did. So we need this hand sometimes, the supporting hand. See, he helped me with 2. We were there together, so I felt safe. It's like with coaching. I will keep your hand until you need to go on your own. Yes. For sure. So then I started on my own, and I do it till today, and I love it.
And your 100th episode was Les Brown.
Exactly, yes.
That was awesome seeing that.
That's so true.
Do you mind explaining how you got that organized?
With Les Brown?
Yeah.
Well, I was in his training.
Okay.
The voice something, and I don't remember the whole name. But I was in his training for, oh my gosh, I think about a year. It's another thing that I now in challenges I see opportunities. COVID came, so the coaching was more difficult because I was used to do coaching in person. And so like, okay, what is next? I feel this calling for speaking, but am I enough? Oh, yes. When you ask yourself that question, definitely you are enough.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So
it's a little different than I'm not enough. It's changing. It's the next level.
Right. Yeah, I love how you just said it. And then when you are ready, the teacher shows up. Well, I think the saying is different.
You were close, yeah.
Anyway, so I was listening to Les Brown, and there is this message popped up, like they are creating that training. If you are interested, reach out, and it's what I did, and I stayed for a year. And I was on his, because I couldn't make the first summit, so I joined the second. I was one of the 20, because they were, every month they were picking 20 the best speakers.
Okay.
And I made it to the second.
Nice.
So, and I was like, I love it. But the learning is never done. So I moved to different kind of speaking, and I already mentioned you that I'm getting ready now for TEDx. So it's just, I challenge myself with next achievements, and okay, I'm happy with where I'm here, but I know that there is more, and it's the kind of people I work with. Maybe they are okay their business is okay, or the transition into the other business is okay, but they have this deeper hunger. It's what Les Brown. You need to be hungry.
Yeah.
So they have this deeper hunger for the next level, and it's who I work with, the high performance and high achievers. And we are not easy. I'm sure you are one of them.
Yeah.
We are sometimes very hard on ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah, so then when I finished my program, and I think we had in the price, it was 15 minutes call with one-on-one with Les Brown. And I said, well, what if we, instead of having this 15 minutes together, I will take you on my show? And he said, yes. I was like, wow.
Nice.
You always ask.
Just ask, yeah.
Because you might be surprised with hearing no, yes, because we are expecting. Our mind is designed for negativity. So we are, I don't know. I'm sure they're going to say no. Well, you ask, and you might be surprised with yes. I was.
For sure.
I was jumping and dancing like crazy. My husband's like, what happened? Les Brown is coming to my show.
That's so awesome. Yeah, that was a great moment. I felt a lot of happiness for you in that moment as well.
You.
Yeah. So you were talking about, so is speaking the next level for you? Is that really what you want to focus on?
Yes, absolutely. I will always coach, because in nature I'm also a coach, but I want to take my mission, my message on the larger stages and in the higher level. So it's where I'm heading now towards.
Okay. So outside of working on the TEDx thing, what other kind of speaking things are you doing?
Well, I speak a lot because we just finished the lockdown. Yes, so I still speak a lot online in different summits, podcasts, but there is exciting event coming, and it's one, he was your guest. I don't know if I pronounce his last name correctly, Michael Schoening?
Yeah, Schoening, yeah.
So he invited me to speak in his Unconditional conference, which is moved from summer to the winter time. But yes, we are working on it. So this is going to be after, it's exciting because it's local. And I work with other coaches, and we are working on getting other stages. So yes, it's all in process.
Okay, and you work with a coach that really helps you unlock this next stage in your life?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I have couple coaches.
Okay.
I don't have just one, you know.
Okay. Yeah,
I go big way.
Yeah, I like that, yeah.
You know, you want a big results, you need to go big way.
I love it.
But I work with, I don't know if I can say, but Alex is my speaking coach.
Oh, yeah,
right now.
Alex Agresta.
Yes. So we are starting, and I believe she will take me to the TEDx. So TEDx is my next.
She's a very powerful speaker. I filmed for the Thought Leadership Summit, and I got to see what they're doing there, and really got to observe how she's coaching people and how she's helping people book more stages, because that's basically what that event is about. And they're doing another one too.
So I was just in one. When was it? Like
May?
2 months ago?
Yeah. I think so.
Like
Yeah.
2 months ago. Next one is in September, I believe.
And it's going to be in Texas, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome what they're doing with that event that they're doing. I could definitely see it growing and being a big thing.
Absolutely. And yeah, I can't be there this September because I'm gonna visit my mom after 2 years. So I'm going to Poland, but I will be in the next one for sure.
Nice.
And you might see me on the stage.
Okay. So what have been some of the challenges, some of the biggest challenges, and how did you overcome when starting this coaching?
Well, the first challenge for me, it was technology.
Okay,
and
yeah.
We already were talking about
Yeah.
the technology. I'm not patient with that, but it's what a lot of entrepreneurs, it's what we do. We are stubborn in a wrong way, and I can do it all, or there is not enough money, so we think that I will do it on my own. But the best way to move forward is to delegate your, what you are not good at. Ask someone to do it for you. So don't waste the time. But I have a lot of clients that are coming and complaining about that, or that there's not enough time. There's not enough time. But it's not really about the time, but managing your time.
Yeah. And managing how you manage other people's time.
Absolutely. But, we coaches usually start on our own. There's not many, you don't have employees. But your employees kind of are your clients because you have to take care of them.
Yeah.
But, so I was like, okay, is it really the time? But it's the organizing the time. It's the challenge. So this too, that I was also like, I don't have time, I have to do this and that, and then posting and so you have to prioritize.
So did you delegate that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's, because I'm a high achiever, so it was hard because it's like,
yes.
I don't know, maybe I would do it better. No, seriously, no, don't stop kidding yourself.
That's what I tell myself, and that's where I'm struggling a lot with the delegation stuff, is because I just want to do it all. Like, why not just do it? And then that slows me down, and then things don't happen as fast as I want them to happen. And yeah,
I love what you said. Like, this is slowing you down, and it's what this was slowing me down. And if you want to speed up,
yeah, and that's the key word right there. If you want to, because some people are okay where they're at.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But I don't. Not only that, I don't know much about technology, but I don't enjoy even learning about that. So why I would waste my time there if I can just give it away and focus on what I really, really love.
So how were you able to do that? What was some of the things, some of the things you did specifically, but also the mindset that you had to change to be able to let that go?
Well, I had to admit that it's too much on my plate. And when sometimes you go to the buffet and it's like, oh my gosh, this is delicious food. So you put the whole plate, you eat it, and then you feel sick.
Yeah.
So I felt sick of, my mind was overwhelmed. When you overwhelmed, you are not creative. So it was like, okay, it's time to do something with it. So what is the clarity? But let me take you through the steps, what I do with my clients usually.
Okay.
First, I had to get clear on what is really serving me and what is not. And like you just said, is that stuff that I'm focusing on helping me to move forward and achieving the results that I'm expecting, or is it slowing me down? And obviously the technology was slowing me down, which is technology really for us to help us to really move fast.
That was the biggest thing that you could see
Right,
for you.
right, at that moment. So I had to get clear on that. And the second, it was for myself, and the process that we go through is confidence. And I had to ask, am I confident with letting it go? And it was my inner challenge, yes. So I had to look on my beliefs. I had to look at myself, like why I'm so attached to it, because I don't believe that someone else is gonna do it better. It's ego.
Yeah, it
Come
is
on.
ego, yeah.
Yeah, just walk your talk. You are teaching people to leave the egos behind and actually do what they love. Well, now you have to apply it as well. So I had to do that, and the first step is courage to take on me new challenges. So, but that are not related to the stuff that I'm not good at. So
because that is a new challenge, trying to hire someone.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So it was something that I had to learn. How do I pick people that are really aligned with what I do? I was looking to hire a person. And there's a lot of people that do technology, but if they don't understand coaching, it's what I found out. If they don't understand your business, then and you are not aligned, then this relationship is hard. So I of course, it's time of tryings. I went through couple, we did not align, so you keep going until you find the one that really understands your frame of mind and is aligned with what you want to do. Because the marketing person, well, they are not in coaching. The past, they were not in coaching, and they were giving me ideas that were not aligned with what I'm teaching and what I do. And
it's important,
it was like, it's just what we do on the market right now. I was like, well, it does not work for
They weren't
me.
listening to you is what was going on.
Not at all. Exactly. And it's also applied to coaching. Like when I'm working with people, first what I do, I need to hear them. It's not only about listening, but really hearing them. And they were not listening, so I had to move on. And moving on is also difficult. It's another challenge, because I have to do the whole process again, finding the right person. But again, you have to decide what works for you, what is stopping you, and what is helping you actually move faster.
Yeah, what channels were you using, or what methods were you using to reach out to people to be
to hire them?
To hire them, yeah.
Well, the best, I think, method is the word of mouth.
Okay.
So
you were just putting it out there.
You're right.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I would like to work with someone who was already tested, kind of. So if you recall, kind of recommend me. So it was the right way, because it's how I found people that we are aligned in our visions. When I just reach out to some people that are announcing, I do this, and I have to admit, at that time I was also looking at the price.
For sure.
So it was not helping, because I didn't pay. It was not expensive, but also I was not getting what I.
You weren't getting no results from it.
Exactly. Yeah. So think
so
about
really,
that
you were
too.
just wasting money.
Exactly. Yeah. You said it perfectly.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So think about that. When you have to invest, do you rather go cheap? It's what we sometimes think that the cheap it's what I need for now. But if you might invest in a right person, not in a look for at money.
Yeah, for sure, and I 100% agree with that. It's price shopping. You can't. I mean, you can go to Walmart.
Right.
You can get quality stuff there.
Absolutely.
But I was trying to make an analogy there, but then I think I failed. But
That's okay.
but yeah, definitely there's a trade-off there. Okay, so compared to Walmart to
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods, yes,
Yeah.
exactly. There you go. And you can go to IKEA, but
It's
the furniture
quality,
might break down a little bit.
It's about the quality.
Yeah.
But your quality, I think, rise with your awareness. So when you invest in yourself, you learn about yourself, you know who you are and what you need, what your business needs, then you start in looking for the right people, not cheap people.
Yes, exactly. And that's another hard part too. It's like it's already hard to go out and find someone and pay them, but now you got to pay them more.
Right, because you have to I had to redo, I don't know what was my page or some, I don't know. So I had to redo it because it was not, the quality was not good. So yeah, you said I wasted money.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, so where do you want this business to go? This coaching business. What is your big dreams for it?
Well, I believe that we have all kind of missions in life, and my mission is to bring awareness and help young, new to the business entrepreneurs to really believe in themselves and don't waste the time on stuff that doesn't matter. To focus, because there's so many distractions these days that the focus is the number one problem. And I see myself on stages. So the coaching always will be there because I like the one-on-one connection.
For sure.
But the stage is what is calling me, and I want to everyone who is listening to encourage, listen to your heart and listen where your life wants to take you. So I want to move my coaching into speaking and coach from stages.
Yeah.
Because I call it more mentoring. So because mentoring is where you not only talk about whatever subject, so you don't just give a knowledge, but you also share tools. And it's what I want to do. I want to share tools to improve your life through speaking and coaching.
So who are your ideal clients when it comes to booking those stages?
Small business places like in Colorado Springs. Hello, people, I'm here. So I like to speak about how our thinking impacts our outcome, because mindset is, I'm kind of crazy about mindset.
For sure, yeah. It's huge.
So I talk about that. Also, how do not waste time on unnecessary things and invest in the right sources instead of, like we were talking, instead of waiting till, I don't know, some magic things is going to happen. And change and transition. Change is the biggest fear that we have. And if I can just clarify that, what I mean in what is change in my coaching. Change is any event that we planned on or not. We just got surprised. COVID came and it's like, holy cow, what I do now? So don't waste time on overthinking. Let's refocus and see what you can do with what you have right now. And the transition in my case is the inner process that we have to adjust. So in my case, when I moved to United States, it was physical change. I'm not in Poland anymore. And now I have to internally adjust my mind, my being, my heart to what is. So I don't waste time on stuff that are not necessary, like overthinking. They might not understand my English, so just removing the blocks that are not necessary to be there.
Yeah, and so how does someone reach out to you if they want to book you on a stage?
They can go to my page, Beata. Well, it's still beatalifecoaching.com, BEATA lifecoaching.com, but I'm moving to the new page. So I just tune in there. They can reach out directly through Facebook or my email, Beata Seweryn-Reid, actually. Beata, SEWERYNREID. It's all together, and at gmail.com.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, so this has been a great time talking with you today.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah. So is there anything else you'd like to promote before we close this out?
Yes, I have a great offer for everyone who wants to get just connected, because I like to learn about people, especially early stages entrepreneurs. Where are they, and what is in their way? So right now I open my calendar to 30 minutes calls, and so when they go and schedule that call, there is a little form that they need to fill out. And because I use in my coaching journaling, so
Nice.
it's the fastest way that I can actually get into the frame of their thinking through writing. When we write, we really cannot lie to ourselves. It's the research. It's not that I'm just saying that. And I know that you love research. So yeah. So they're gonna have this couple questions that it's very short. Don't worry, and I don't judge your writing, because English is my second language.
Yeah,
so
for
hello.
sure.
And then we will have just a conversation to get to know each other, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, because there's a lot of roadblocks that people can have when they're trying to grow their business and all that stuff. And I know I have a lot of things that are blocking me, and I could definitely benefit from a coach. So I might have to schedule
what
one
are you
of those.
waiting for?
Exactly. I have those beliefs, those limiting beliefs, those fears of spending money, and
We all do.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure I'm putting things in the right places, and I think a coach could probably even help me with that. So, so maybe I'm slowing myself down.
What a great realization.
Yeah, for sure. And I really definitely want to start expanding my business. And I need to do some introspective things too, because I'm going through certain phases where it's like, is this really what I want to do? But then in the following week, I know that it's really what I want to do, and then I'm like up and down. Like there's definitely some misalignment that's going on in my life right now, I think.
Well, so go to the first point, clarity. Sometimes we are in business and we think we are so clear on where we are going, but every couple months I like to go back and do the inventory. Am I really clear? Or there are new challenges, new projects that I want to do, and what is in the way? Of course, usually it's our own thinking. So
for sure, yeah,
and overthinking.
See, this podcast is a business itself, and we're growing it. We treat it like a business. There's a lot of things that go into it, and so we really want to get the podcast to be producing a full income, so that would be cool as well. But there's a few things that I want to do. I mean, the reason why I got into filmmaking and video production is because of YouTube. I really wanted to start a YouTube business essentially, and really grow that. And then that really dove me into, I was already kind of dabbling in video stuff, but that really made me dive full deep into it. And so now I'm coming back to that right now in my life, where I think that's what I actually want to pursue, is a YouTube business. But I also love my business that I've started, that I've been building for the last 2 years, Vehement Visuals. And so it's like, I just need to get some alignment. That's what it is.
You just summarize what we were talking about. How difficult is letting go, yes? And sometimes we love, it's with kids. You grow them, they are living with you, but eventually you want them to be on their own. So your business too, you probably outgrow where you are, so you have to let go of some stuff to grow even more. So I love it. Wow, yeah. You are in the great spot.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. So yeah. I usually have another question. I can't remember what it is. Do you remember, Marcus? You did it. Did it already? Oh, I already did the last question. Okay. Well, I usually like to wrap it up with, where can people reach out to you? But you kind of already said that.
That's right.
Well, we can say it again. Marketing, you got to do it multiple times.
That's right. So I'm Beata Seweryn-Reid. I'm a mentor mindset, transformational coach, life and I almost said transition. No, but I'm a life and leadership coach, and you can reach out to me through my page, Beata, Beata, lifecoaching.com, which is changing, but I'm still there. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, or just email me bsewerynreid@gmail.com.
Awesome, sweet. And this will be on Facebook. It'll be on YouTube, and so whoever's watching it on Facebook, they could just click your name.
Absolutely, and I follow you everywhere, so
Nice.
I will find.
You follow me everywhere.
Oh, I mean, not in real life, just on social media.
I got you. Yeah,
Don't worry, I'm not a stalker.
Okay, last time I heard that,
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm just
Am
kidding.
I in trouble?
No, you're good. You're good. Okay, so yeah, we'll start wrapping this up. This has been a great time speaking with you. I'm so glad we got to actually formally meet. We've talked on Facebook and seen you at Million Cups, but we haven't actually got to have a one-on-one for real. And it's cool that we recorded it for everyone to see.
That's right. And you reminded me, 1 Million Cups, it's going to be the next place where I speak as well.
Yes,
so,
and what's cool about that is if you have multiple businesses, you could speak multiple times at the same Million Cups. I know Alex, she spoke at the Million Cups in Denver. She spoke at the Million Cups down here. She teaches that in her course, or in her the event, the Thought Leadership Summit. She teaches, go out to as many stages as you can.
Yeah, she says start locally.
Yeah.
So it's where is my focus.
And that's how you build that muscle too. So.
Exactly. And we all need to build muscle.
Yes, you got to have that strength, mobility, stability, and strength.
The biggest muscle is your mind. Remember, start there.
For
Stretch
sure.
your mind.
Yes, expand.
It's where all the comfort zones are. So
yeah, exactly. well, yeah. So we'll start wrapping this up, and yeah, we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, cool. That was a good one.
It was really good.
Well, I love it, but of course I had a structure in my mind what I'm gonna say, and it never goes like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna say this wise. Just wanted to have some impact.